just in case you missed the governor briefing today. So I shared a post, I think from Michael Williams' page, I want to believe, and he had put up a meme, and the meme said, is it possible for a woman to love a man without money? Or, I'm sorry, it didn't even say it's possible. It says it's impossible. Like, a woman will never love a man that doesn't have money. And I had like some good comments on there. Like, we were going back and forth, some of the ladies on my timeline and some of the guys. So I'm like, dang, that's a good topic. I said it was a good topic for a live before I even saw the comments. So I said, I'm gonna do a live since we stuck in the house, y'all, for 3 more weeks. I need to do more live. So excuse the bushy eyebrows, excuse the no lashes. I would like to take this minute to shout out Lauren, my beautician. I'm praying for you because I know you haven't had income. But I have not had my edges are like hideous, but my hair is holding up so good, and I wash it on a regular basis. And this is a second install, so this is why I don't mind paying so much for my hair. That's one of my guilty secrets, because Lord knows right now I'd be going through it if I had to like snatch my weave out. But I was doing that rambling to give people time to tap into my live. I have my other phone here, so hopefully I can answer questions. The topic of the live is, do us or we as women focus on the money part of a man, the money part of how much money he has to consider dating him, to determine the type of love we have for him? Does money play a factor? That's what we're going to talk about today. I have a lot of women that tapped into that status, and a lot of women are saying they don't care about the money. Like, it's deeper than the money. So I'm going to have them tap in. I'm going to have some of my guys tap in, and we're going to talk about this. So hold on, y'all. Give me my thing. Okay, so no comments yet. I'm gonna try to bounce around to my comments. So I will start with my own personal experience. I have never judged the type of man or which man I would date according to how much money he had. I have never been like that, because my thing is, you can have bukus of money, and if you don't treat me right, or if you don't make me feel good, then your money wasn't important. I was spoiled by my dad, but I was also raised to secure my own bag, and that's why I hustle as hard as I do. So I never had to date or marry for money purposes. That's me. I've never looked at a man like, I would date him, but he doesn't seem like he have money. That just hasn't been me. But I will tell you my 2 experiences, and then I'm going to go to my comments, and we'll go back and forth. I dated, these are not ex-husbands I'm talking about. Like, I dated a guy. We had we were in love, but we just never classified it as a relationship a while ago, a couple of years ago or whatever, a year and a half, 2 years ago, whatever. His weight is up. He does have money. He way past what I have. He's good. And what I found was the biggest problem I had with him per se was, I like to spoil my man also. I like to treat my man also. I like to do nice things for my man also. And he never, when I say he used to get mad when I tried to buy him something, when I tried to take him out to dinner, when I tried to take him whatever, like, babe, let's go on this trip. I'm going to pay for it. I got you. Like, that's just how I am. And he would get upset. Like, that was the biggest problem that I had with him, is he would never let me do anything for him. And I didn't like that. That wasn't why we kind of stopped communicating, but this is my story of dating and being in love with a man with money, is sometimes, and then me and him will have power struggles where I am an alpha female. I say that every live video. And it kind of got to the point where I feel like he kind of wanted me to dumb down who I was, and maybe I should have. I don't know, but that was like our biggest thing. We had constant like power struggles, and I just started questioning, would this, if it turned into something long run, how would it work? Because I think he wanted more of a person. He wasn't controlling in any kind of way. I'm not going to say that, but I do think he kind of wanted a person more that he could be like the man over. And that is nothing wrong with that either. It was just me. It was hard for us to kind of find our balance with the man and woman per se in the relationship. So I have also dated a man, and then I'm gonna let everybody tap in. I've also dated a man that he wasn't broke. Now I'm not saying he was broke, because that's one thing. But we're talking, when we say a man with no money, we're not talking about broke. I think we're talking about lots of money. But when I say he was making just enough money to pay his bills. It wasn't a lot left over to, help me or give me or do for me, which in my eyes that was okay, because I could do for myself. I go more off of your character, your heart, and your potential, because a lot of us are sometimes in positions where we have fallen on hard times, but we're not going to stay that way. And it was a time that I didn't have anything, and I had to kind of like get it out the mud and build myself back up. And I would never want a man to, well, at that time, say he wouldn't consider dating me, because I was in the process of building myself up. So again, bouncing back to, y'all know I bounce around a lot. So bouncing back to the situation, he was comfortable, like I said, but when I say comfortable, I mean he made just enough to pay his stuff. It was nothing really like too much extra to help me. Again, I have my own bag. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm proud to say that. I hold my own. I pay my own bills. I buy whatever I want. I don't have to depend on a man to take care of me. And that's why I kind of feel like I don't judge a man off of his money, because I got my own money. I love this man, like honestly. So to answer that question, I am an example of, you absolutely can love a man with no money, because it was times that I may have had to loan him money. So I would consider that as really, it was somebody that I fell in love with, that was trying to get themselves together. They were branching out, starting a new business. They were doing a lot of different things. And, I understand when sometimes you're doing a lot of different things, money is invested or whatever, you don't have the money. And I never judged him for that. I never like put him down for that. But I'm going to tell you the problem that I ended up having in that situation, and why I don't think I would do it again, is because I have when I say my heart is this big, my heart is this big. If you are around me, if you are on my team, I'm going to make sure you're good. I'm going to, my kids will tell you, my sisters and brothers will tell you, anybody will tell you my heart is really big, and I love to give. I don't just hustle and work hard for me. I hustle and work hard so I can, do stuff for the people around me too. That's just how I am. That's just how I am. So the problem that I ended up having with loving someone who didn't have money was, I felt like they were starting to try to take advantage of my heart. And that is some of the problems that you may run into if you're a woman and your stuff is kind of together. I'm not going to go on record and say don't date a man or fall in love with a man with money, because this was just my own personal experience. But I'll say, if you are a giver and you are dating or falling in love with someone without money, you have to be careful, because people nowadays don't appreciate people with good hearts. They try to use them. Repeat, we live in a generation, we live in a society now where people don't try, or they don't appreciate people with good hearts. They try to use them. So I think it's perfectly okay to date or love a man that is without money, as long as he's showing potential, as long as he's trying to uh, figure it out. But I will say be very, very careful and mindful of doing that you're not in a situation where you end up getting potentially used. Um, and I guess that's my biggest standpoint, because like I said again, with me, I love spoiling the people around me, whether it's the man that I'm with, dating in love, whether it's my kids are spoiled rotten. Everybody know that. My kids get whatever they want. My nieces and nephews are spoiled. So that's just me. So I have to be mindful of the people that I surround myself with, because it will be easy for me to fall into, if I want to go to Red Lobster and my man doesn't have money, I don't want him to feel like we can't go to Red Lobster because you don't have it. I'll pay for dinner. I'll buy you clothes. I'll whatever. If I'm out shopping and I see something nice for my man, I'm grabbing it. Like what? Because I would expect him to do the same thing for me if he could, if he was in a position to do it. So that's why again I have to be so mindful. Hi son, I'm on live. That's why I have to be so mindful of the people that I surround myself with. So now I see I have a lot on here, and oh, you're welcome, boo. I'm glad you did. So my question is, and I had a lot of ladies like on my status earlier, and they were saying, first of all, a lot of them like I've dated a lot of bum niggas. I'm not saying a nigga with no money is a bum, but the people who said it, they just have no filter. So I just had a lot of ladies who like, oh, my forehead looks so big, y'all in there. That said, listen, it doesn't matter about money to me. I don't care about that. I don't care. I don't judge a man by that. So I need y'all ladies to tap in, and I need you guys to tap in. Like, what have been your experience? Like, have you found if it was hard times and you were broke, that you had a problem keeping a girl? But okay, so how y'all say, we women who keep attracting, what do you say? Women who keep attracting guys that do them wrong, why do you keep attracting that kind of guy? So Mr. Morris, Arthur Heasy, one of my authors, he said he's never met a woman that doesn't care about money. So my question is, why? Because there's a lot of us out here. Again, I know for a fact I'm one of them. I don't care about that. Like, no, I don't want a man I have to physically take care of where you can't have anything. But I always consider situations. Did you lose your job? Did something set you back? Did you have to file bankruptcy? Like, I take a lot of things into consideration before I say, I won't date you for A, B, and C or whatever. So if you've never met a woman who is not only focused on your money, I don't know about that, because it have to be situations that is a little different. So again, what are you guys' intake of the situation? Do you think you have to have your bread and weight up to be in a successful relationship, to be loved by a woman, or do you think it's something different? And I'm waiting on Lador to tap in and Naima to tap in. Let me see. Let me go up. I'll pop my phone back up. I don't know. I'm skeptical. A lot of y'all guys on here talking about, or a lot of guys have said, oh, I should have tapped Greg in. He was the other one too. That they never ever met a woman that didn't care about money in a relationship. And we had a lot of people like Delise. I don't believe that. I believe a lot of us, I think, oh, that's another thing. maybe in the past it more was like that, but I think now so many women are hustlers, have businesses. Like, I think so many women now have their bread up that is not as big of a factor now as it used to be. So I think that might play a part in it too. Like maybe it was like that. I mean, during the gold digging phase, yeah, that was a big thing. But I don't know. I don't think. I think women so focused now on getting their own bag that they really don't. They don't really care like that. I mean, I'm not gonna say they don't care, but I don't think that's the focus of a woman loving a man or being in a relationship with a man or using money as a determining factor of if she's going to even entertain a man. I think it's different now. I think because a lot of the times now we more focused on like securing our own bag. I do. So I don't know. To all my guys who tapped into my status and they was like, yeah, that's true. A woman won't mess with you or love you if you don't have money. Absolutely not true. Because I'm speaking from my own experience. I don't care about any of that. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like women should spoil their men just as much as men should spoil their women. However, lesson learned, it's all about what you're doing with the right person. Because if they not going to appreciate the stuff that you doing for them, or I don't know, like guys now, well, I ran into it where they feel like if they get a woman doing stuff for them, they getting over, they finessing. Like what? Like that's just so weird to me, because it's rare to find a woman that I guess or that really feel like it's okay to cater to their man. So it was kind of weird to me if you do find that kind of woman that your first thought is I'm using her, I'm finessing her. No, silly, you just ran into a woman that like you or care about you, that believe in doing stuff for her man. So I think it all amounts down to it's okay to do certain things, just be careful as far as who you're doing it for. But again, I think it's a lot of women that don't care about that kind of stuff. And I guess, oh, there go Ladora. She just tapped in. So Ladora, I am in the middle of my live, and we are talking about the conversation from my status earlier, where men feel like a woman won't love them unless they have money. And I use my own personal story to say I'm not like that at all. And I know one of your things was I've dated plenty of men with no money that all you wanted was, somebody who was going to treat you right. So I'm trying to get all of my ladies that feel that way to tap in so we can kind of throw that theory out here, because I was surprised at how many men really thought that. But I do want my ladies to tap in and help me throw that theory out there or tell their story. Or I'm sad we can't bring people into our live anymore, but Bootsy messed that up. So yes, I'm trying to throw that theory out that we are women or creatures, or that just our whole thing is money. If your pocket's not right, we not messing with you. That is so not true, y'all. I can't even keep saying that enough. That is so not true. Let me see. Okay, right, Arthur Heasy. So now that's a very good point. So for the men that's saying, I like that point. Thank you for bringing that up. See, that's why I love you, authors. For the men that's saying, I've never met a woman that didn't care about money, is it because you're only going for the trophy type? Very valid point. Now, if you're going for and I don't want to, because I don't consider looks and body the trophy, but if you're going for the pretty, big booty, video vixen girl, then yeah, you're right. Maybe she do only care about the money. So then my question would be, maybe you should stop going after specifically that type And maybe you should stop going after specifically that type of woman where that's all you keep running into. Because now here we go with a double standard where it's like, okay, you saying can a woman love a man with no money? So I guess in my fairness, then women should be saying, can a man love a woman who don't have a banging body? So we got to stop taking all those things out of it. Lamika, I totally agree. And that's why I had such a problem with what I was seeing on my status earlier, because just about all the women I know, from my sisters to like my mom to like my friends, they have helped man be built up. Like they build together. I'm a firm believer in building together. Like, so that's why I'm like, where's y'all getting this concept from that women only love a man unless he has money, when everybody I know around me has helped build from the ground up with their man. So I don't know. I just hope we can get that concept, because I think then that turns a lot of things into toxic situations where, I don't know, now men are thinking, okay, I'm being used, or like, if you are in a situation where you feel like you only there because the woman is benefiting from you financially, I don't know. I don't think you should stay in that situation anyway. But I mean, I do think a lot of women are more interested in helping their man build, grow, mold them, motivate them. I think it's more women my age anyway that are more focused on us working together to build something, opposed to, I can't love you if you don't have any money. I'm a builder. I'm a builder. I'm definitely a 50-50 person. I don't want a man to take care of me. I feel like I can hold my own, and I feel like it's important to cater and spoil to your man too. Like I said, you just have to be careful in doing that. Okay, well, now that's true too, Jackie. See, so my thing is, and I wish like I could have like some kind of clarification, because the thing said love a man with no money. So are we, because now where I'm not gonna focus in on your pockets and what you have. I'm not dating a man that's comfortable with nothing. I'm not dating, entertaining, like, because I just feel like a real man would feel less than a man to sit around on the couch all day broke. Like, who no one's gonna love that. Like, if that's what a man wants, and if that's what the meme meant, then that's just not gonna happen. I mean, no woman in her right mind, because the man is supposed to be the provider, the protector, and the leader. How can you lead me when I'm taking care of you? How can you protect me or provide? I mean, I'm providing for you. So I think that's where I want to separate the difference right here, is where I'm not saying rich. I'm saying a man that's working a 9 to 5 and he doesn't have a buku of money. Yes, we can love you. We can love. I mean, like I said, I've dated a man that a couple of men that I made way more money than, and I still love the ground they walk on. I still, picked up extra bills because they couldn't. I still, made sure they was good at a time that they couldn't. So, it's not about if the woman makes more money. I just, again, you got to still be doing something. Now, I'm not going to just be all in love if you not doing what you're supposed to do, because I'm not going to be in a position where I'm taking care of someone. So I think when we say this, we are more talking about, yes, I definitely agree, Ebony. A working man should always be uplifted. A trying man should always be uplifted, because I like, and that's why I stay away from just judging how I love or treat you off of money, because it could be a situation where, look at what we're going through now. That's scary if you in a situation where the woman only love you for money, because half of the society is laid off right now. The businesses are closed. There's no money coming in. So you have to have something deeper going on anyway than money, because of what we're experiencing right now. But if you're trying, if you know, are putting in effort, if you have some kind of plan, I'm not going to base my love off of how I love or treat you off of money, because you could just be going through a hard time or a situation. So I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like I don't know. Again, I was for anybody just tapping in. What we talking about now is it possible for a woman to love a man if he have no money? And for clarification, just for it didn't say how much money. So for my live, what I will say is a I'm not talking about a man sitting on the couch with no plans on getting a job, and he's playing video games all day, eating up all the food in the refrigerator. That's not what we're talking about, because you don't deserve love. What you need to deserve is to get out and find a job, because now you're comfortable being nothing. So no. But I'm saying a man who may have a minimum wage job, and for my life, when I say no money, I mean just, let's say he's making just enough, if you guys live together, to contribute something to the bills. He may not even be making enough to pay half of the bills. He's just making enough to contribute to the bills. Is it possible for a woman to still love a man if he's just able to give her just enough? She's carrying more of the bulk of the weight. He can't, buy birthday, Christmas gifts. He can't take you out to eat. He can't take you on trips. Like, that's what we're talking about, where he's trying, he's working, but it's very minimum. Can you love him? And I say absolutely yes. I say you absolutely can, because I know a lot of women would take that situation and try to motivate and build him up to do something better, to elevate him, as he's here, to elevate him to the next level. I think a lot of women would not just say, I can't be with you or love you because of that. Exactly, cousin. And that's what I said too. I don't base stuff off of money because I have my own money. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't want to just date a man that's not doing anything and say, well, I don't need you because I got my own money. But I don't date based off of that, because I don't have to. I don't need to. And I think that may be where we should draw the line between what, the guys are saying is, okay, wait a minute. Okay, so let me bounce around. First of all, Arthur Heasy. See, now that's a whole different thing. We getting on is, okay, a king and a queen, but the king and the queen doesn't go by all who's making what and the money. So that's a whole nother thing. But I do agree with what you're saying. It can't be two kings in a household, and maybe that's why I keep going through the stuff I'm going through, because I think I'm the king, the queen, the jack, the ace of spades, and I got to get control over that. But that's a totally different topic. Kia, but see, that's the thing. Like, so when you meet somebody fresh, does, like, okay, so I meet somebody fresh and I won't entertain you at all because of what you're making. Like, I don't. That's what the men were kind of saying earlier. I don't think. No, I don't think we should be like that. I think if he's working and he's holding his own and he's trying, I think we can still love that man if he's trying and putting in the effort. Like, I don't know, like I kids say, I just at my age I couldn't. Okay, but see, this is why I'm scared to take that stand for me personally, because what if we missing out on the man of our dreams being worried about exactly what he's making, and this just might be a patch right now, and he treats you like a queen. He's loyal, he comes home. Like, the only thing is, okay, his money is low. I would be scared to just say I'm not going to entertain you at all, because you still may be my soulmate, and I just may meet you during a rough time in your life, and now I'm passing you by. She said I'm too established to fall back. Okay, I kind of feel the same way. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm writing, I'm an author. I just, got signed to my Netflix deal, and I have investments in property. Yes, I think I'm established too. But I still don't think that I would. I don't know. I know I wouldn't. I think I still would if I meet a man right now today. I don't think what he makes would be like the top of um my list of will I entertain you or will I date you? Because I know some guys with money, and they are verbally abusive, they cheat all the time, and it's like, I don't know, that's, to me, it's just scary to, I don't know, like, I've just seen that go horribly, horribly wrong. Right, money can come and go, and that's why I'm like, I don't know. So maybe some of the guys is right, but I'm more looking at like their potential. But then, like my daddy said, sometimes we gotta realize that they, just because niggas might not ever live up to that potential. So I guess that's like a whole nother thing too. But I don't know. I've always been, and a lot of people on my live know me personally. I have always been. Yeah, okay, now see, that's what I'm saying. No, you're gonna bring something to the table. Like, you're Jackie, yes, amen. You're gonna bring something to the table. I'm not about to take care of a man, and I'm saying like you have nothing and you're not trying. But I don't have a problem if what you're bringing to the table is not the same as what I'm bringing to the table. Because I don't want to judge how I look at you or love you off of that, because I've been like extremely blessed. Your blessings just may be on the way. So that's why I'm like, I don't really go like off of that. You ain't lying, broke me and do it too. I mean, listen, I know someone who specifically targets women with money. Like, that's just period, point blank. He will not talk to a broke woman, okay? He won't. So men absolutely do it too, and it's ugly and it's wrong. But yeah, you're right, kid. Men do it just as much as women sometimes nowadays. But I think for me, it's more about, like a lot of you guys have said, your drive, your goals, and your determination. Okay, so if you don't have it like you want it or like I want it, are you trying to do something to get it? Are you, going back to school? Are you picking up a trade? Are you trying to do something to elevate, or are you just here and I'm gonna bring these, little crumbs to the table, and that's it? Because yeah, for most women, I'm sorry guys, that would be a problem. If you're bringing crumbs to the table and you're not coming to her with a plan on how you plan on changing it or fixing it, okay, let me see what Carly's saying. Right, and I mean, and that's like, Carly is a entrepreneur too. Her bag is together, and like she said, it's more of like the connection than the money. And I do agree with that. And I'm Carly in the same way, um, where I have been in situations where the man made more than me. I've been in more situations, especially now trying to date, where I've been in a little better situation, and I don't say, okay, you make 40,000, I make 50,000, or you make 10,000 is a little low for a yearly wage, but like whatever. I'm not gonna say because you make this amount and you treat me good, you make me feel good, that you X out of me dating or whatever, even thinking about building because you make this amount of money. I don't go off of that, and I think you can absolutely love a man without making that right. Okay, right, Kia. And see, okay, Kia. Now, let me tell you again, for people tapping in, you are right, and I said that at the beginning of my live, and I'm glad you hit on that again, so I can bring that up again. I, at this point, will be careful with who I date, who I entertain, and who I get in a relationship with, because what you just said is true. A lot of people do not have good intentions, and then you will have a man that feels like, okay, she makes X, Y, and Z. Okay, I cannot work or do this or do that, and I can sponge or live off of her. I have had a situation where I was dating someone and he wasn't broke, but he made just enough to pay his bills. He had his house, I had my house, whatever. He made just enough to pay his bills. He might could do little, little minute stuff for me here and there, but not anything big. And I, on the other hand, and me, how I am, like with my kids, with people around me, if I got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, a couple $100 here. My everybody around me is spoiled. I don't hustle for me, like I said earlier in the video. I more or less hustle from, to be able to take care of, make sure my family is good. With that being said, I found myself in a situation where that person ended up more trying to use that than appreciate it. So now I'm in a situation where my heart is good, I'm making whatever, and it's nothing for me to go to the mall, to do this, to do that. I'm like, okay, I'm out shopping. I see you want the Jordans out. Well, whatever. The Jordans out. You want them? Oh, I'm going to grab them. Oh, this shirt is out. You want it? I'm going to grab it. Like, that's the kind of woman I am. If I want to go out to eat, I'm not going to wait until my man have money. If I have the money in my pocket, let's go. Let's go out to eat. If I want to do something, I'm just going to do it. And I don't want my husband, boyfriend, whoever to ever think we can't do anything because I have the money and he don't. But I've learned that I have to be careful with that so I don't end up in a situation where I'm being played or used. Because, again, people don't appreciate certain things. They try to get over on it, and then they think they finessing you. And you like, damn, you ain't finessing me. That's how I am with everybody I love. So, yes, I agree. You have to kind of know the person's intentions before you even get that far, as far as saying, love or this or that, or yeah, like you have to be careful in everything you do. Like, and I learned that myself, because while guys are saying, a woman can't love a man with no money. Well, shit, a lot of us women that's just making, a couple of coins, we scared of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of broke niggas that done just ruined it for y'all. Where we done tried loving broke people, and you broke, you taking my car, borrowed $10 of money from me, and you going to get the next woman a 4 for 4, dropping it off in my car. So that's the real tea. What men have to realize is, okay, wait, yes, okay, I'm going to tell you about that situation too, kid, in a minute, but men, I want you to keep in mind that women have tried to love men with no money, and uh we have ended, now he's using our car, he's borrowing money from us, he's doing A, B, and C, he's still cheating, he's still playing games. So now you like, you know what, I did all of this and you broke. Let me now go date the man with the money, because while I was dating the man without the money, you still was acting like you had something. So I don't think a lot of women won't do that. I think a lot of women have tried to do that and it did not work. And it was more of a I don't do no house cleaning. I don't do anything. I said my hair, if I take off my little my lace front will be back. So y'all don't think I'm cheating and going to get nothing done. I know y'all notice all my lashes gone, but I'm hanging in there. I don't do much. But here, yes, I don't think I'm scared to upgrade. I think that I don't know, for some reason I just attract all kind of people. I think because I have a very I'm not bougie in any way. I have a very down to earth spirit and it attracts people. And I think that may be where, and maybe I should start. Well, now I'm a little more, but I'm saying maybe I should start like, how much money you got? Because where how can I say it? If I meet you and we vibe and I feel like it's a connection, I'll give you a chance. And I'll give you a chance not based on anything in your a bank account, any of that. And I don't know. Not now, to answer your question, no, I'm not scared to upgrade. I'm gonna tell you a story. Like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I was dating a man with money. Okay, money. Like his stuff is together, and I mean, I still love him to this day. Like we still, cool. But I found that we had like his birthday came around, he wouldn't let me buy him nothing for his birthday. He wouldn't let me buy him nothing for Christmas. He wouldn't let me, like, anytime I even brought up spending any of my money, he literally would get like so mad. And I'm trying to bounce around with the comments. Okay. Andre, I'm gonna come back to you in 1 minute. But I think that bothered me to a certain extent, because I'm like, dang, like, I like doing this stuff. I love you, you love me. I'm not gonna classify what we had as a relationship, but it was definitely, we just were getting things together. But I don't know, like it was these constant power struggles, between me and him. And I kind of just felt like he wanted me to downgrade who I was. And I feel like, I don't know, it was like what he said it like, we both can be the man in this relationship. And maybe because I felt like I was trying to do so much too, as far as businesses and stuff. And I kind of felt like he wanted me to dumb down everything I was doing and be like this little meek housewife type, you sit over here in the corner, and I'm gonna take care of you. And he he could easily take care of me. He's offered to take care of me, but I didn't want that. I still wanted to, get out here and hustle. And I think that was the biggest problem that we had was I wasn't ready to just sit down, and I'm still not ready to just sit down. Like, hustling is in me. I don't know if it's how I stay going, but it's in me, and I think that was the biggest problem. So I don't know. I'm not scared to upgrade. I'm not. Yeah. So I'm not scared to upgrade. It's just. I don't know. I hate that relationships are based upon anything to do with money. I wish it was just nice and simple and cut and dry, but I guess it's not. Let me go back up to comment. Okay, so yeah, he's saying, okay, he like a woman can love a man without money, but the question is for how long. So again, when we say, I'm not talking about a guy with no money, with not $1 in his pocket. And I mean, and don't get me wrong, if something has happened, like let's say what we're going through now with the coronavirus, and you're laid off and you have no money, if I love you, I love you. That's not gonna make me get up one day and say, okay, you don't have money, I'm gone. But if you're laid off and you have no money, I want to see you making a plan to get some money, because I get up every day with a plan. So, sir, what are we doing here? Like, I'm not going to be up with a plan with 5 different hustles going on. I'm on my computer, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm looking over at you and you got the PS4 in your hand. That's not going to work. I'm talking about, when I say no money, I mean he's making just enough to maybe contribute something to the household, but not enough to even pull in like his half of the bills. I think we as women can still love a man in that situation as long as he has some kind of plan, dream, goal, put it on paper. But I mean, I think it's all about, I don't think it's about the money. That's what I keep emphasizing. And I want men to not think that that's all we think about. It is a lot of women out here that have way more compassion. We think different. It's not just all about the money. But I think a woman definitely want to see you with some kind of dreams, goals, or something like, because see, then you get into a situation where, okay, now you broke. You comfortable being broke. Now you want to try to lead me. Now you want to be the king of the castle. Now you want to be the head of the household. And I think that's where the division comes in at. Yeah, I think that's where the division come in at. I think you got men that wants to still, I mean, once again, I'm saying, if you don't have anything and you're broke and you have become comfortable, you're not looking for a job, you're not going to tell me anything, sir. You're not, the king is a provider. So, and a provider doesn't mean you're providing everything, but it means you're contributing something. So I think that's where a lot of the things come from, where guys like a woman won't love a man with absolutely no money. Yes, we will. But if you broke and you comfortable broke, it ain't even about love. She's not going to respect you. She's not going to respect you because you done fell out of the role that you're supposed to be playing, and that's just it. What about a guy with just enough to do small things? Okay, see, okay, he's talking about what about a guy with just enough money to do small things, but the sex is good. Okay, I don't care about sex, because at the end of the day, I can't take the good sex and go down to DTE and pay my bill. That's just how the city girls say, I don't want no broke nigga with good dick. Like, that's just that on that. That's where y'all go wrong at, thinking, okay, I can be broke as long as I'm contributing A, B, and C, and the sex is good. Hell no. You gonna end up with the wrong kind of woman if she's comfortable with that. Because first of all, listen, if I didn't hustle for 15 hours out the day to pay the house bills because you don't have your money on the bills, and I didn't hustle and work 15 to 20 hours out the day to keep the household together, I'm tired. I don't want to have sex. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I wouldn't know how good the sex is because I'm tired from all the hustling I'm doing, taking care of the bills. So that's something that ain't gonna fly with me. Let me see. Phyllis is another author. I mean, I guess that is true. Like, okay, yeah, I mean, that is true. If he's trying to, if he know he's making more, he's not bringing home what he should, or he's not contributing to the bills 50%, it would be nice if a guy made it up in other ways. Like, okay, you cook or I clean. I mean, you clean but how many guys do that, honestly? Like, I don't feel like it's no in between with the guys. I feel like either you're gonna get a guy who is a provider, even when he's not in a position to provide, he's always going to try to find a way to provide. or you're going to get the guys who are just comfortable being broke. And you know, it's to the point where some guys are comfortable to the point of sponging and living off of women, and that's unfortunate and sad, but that's just how it is. You're going to get either one or the other. But I definitely do think a lot of us know what Mr. Greer. But I do think, again, to summarize our topic, I do think it is a lot of women out here that don't care, or that's not her first focus, and her primary focus is demand money. I know a lot of women that have endured and stayed in marriages where the guy lost his job and she, you know, rocked with him while he was trying to get back up on his feet. So I know women firsthand who has done that. But it's all about finding the right person. So men, if you are constantly meeting a woman that don't love you during your hard times or your bad times or your broke times, then you with the wrong woman. Like, that's just that on that. And I think we as women can say the same thing. Like, you always want to be with somebody who gonna rock with you during the good and the bad times. I'm confused. Who you talking about was possibly I see that'd be a whole nother topic. So I think we've had a lot of comments with guys and ladies seeing it both ways. I think we all can agree on it's more about soul searching. Well, except for 2 or 3 people that said, listen, I ain't dating no broke guy. I'm too old. I'm too established. And I mean, I can't, honestly, I'm not even mad at a woman for saying that no more, because it's just, at this point, it's just as many gold digging men as it is women. So I'm sorry, y'all little broke friends that messed it up for everybody. Like, now we don't even, you know, a lot of women, like I said, they don't even enter. Because how the saying go, I'd rather cry in Paris than in Detroit. So I think a lot of women, it ain't even about not loving you if you don't have no money. It's this thing in our head where we're like, a nigga gonna be a nigga. He's probably going to end up on BS anyway. And I'd rather take or deal with the BS from somebody who has something than someone who doesn't. So I think y'all friends, you know, some men just have messed it up, where women have tried to love a man who shit wasn't together, and he either tried to use her